So continuing with the video, in addition to the count checked, there also is another property here called checked rows, and you can see that it has an entry for each row that was checked, and it contains the primary key of the record that was checked. So because there were two rows that were checked, we can see that we have a key 1 and a key 2 value, and this is an array, as you can see here, that in this case has just one entry for each record, because the primary key for this record was a single field. It was customer ID. But if you had a record that had a primary key with two fields, say like first name and last name, then the array would have two entries in it, one entry for each field in the primary key. So let's continue with our XBasic here. So we're creating a variable called filter, which we initialize to be null, and then we loop over all of the rows that were submitted, and we construct a filter expression. So you can see here we've got customer ID equals a natter, and we do that by constructing a variable on the fly here. So this checked rows dot key, and then I is going to be equal to 1. So we're basically evaluating the contents of a variable called e.checkedrows.keys1 to get the primary key for the first checked row, and then we basically do the same thing for the second checked row. So now we have a CRLF delimited string that's got the filter for each row that was checked. So we now remove trailing blanks, and then we convert the CRLFs into convert those to OR. So now our filter looks like this, which of course is a valid SQL filter. If we were using DBFs, we would be constructing the appropriate XBasic command to filter a DBF, which would mean we would need to use dot or dot, and we would need double quotes, not single quotes. Then the next thing that we do is we construct the JavaScript command that we're going to send back to the browser, and that what we're going to send back to the browser is a command that executes the grid filter set method of the grid, which is a method of the grid that lets you set an arbitrary filter on the grid. So when this command is received by the browser, it's going to initiate a second Ajax callback to actually apply the filter. So now we're done, and we just return the command as the result of the function. So we'll go ahead now and then run it, and then look at our results here, and you can see that the grid has gone ahead now and performed a filter using the two checked records. So I hope you found that useful. Thank you very much.